of Trevin Jones. Both fighters 5'7" tall. Both fighters coming in below the 136-pound bantamweight limit. 3-inch reach advantage for Trevin, 5-star Jones. All right, now for the introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 13 wins, 8 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135 pounds, fighting out of mighty Guam, TREVIN 5-star Jones. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 16 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 135.5 pounds, fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, RAONI BARCELOS. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Keith Peterson.
Busy night for the no-nonsense Keith Peterson. Not letting a lot of nonsense in these days. Vanessa Hansen with us. If looks could kill Cruz. Looking at me like I'm out of my skull piece right now. All right, round 1 of a possible 3 here at bantamweight. RAONI BARCELOS in yellow, Trevin Jones in white. This fight clock is brought to you by Proper Number 12 Irish Whiskey. Jones out of the southpaw stance. Barcelos, the orthodox fighter.
Jones likes to lure you in so he can set up that right hook. He likes to step back and hit that right hook on you when you're moving in. See if Barcelos can set up the feints and the fakes so that the counter striking's not there.
Jones said in the lead up to this fight, respectfully, he doesn't believe the judges understand the counter game, and that in part has motivated him to be a little bit more aggressive, so we'll see. Well, it's a tricky thing, Paulie, right? Because forward motion at times seems to get rewarded.
Yes, but and this is why we get in debates on how things are scored and all that, but it really should just be on the damage that's being inflicted. That's what should be the criteria for what's being judged, not forward pressure. That should be one of the last things that's looked at.
Oh, yeah.
So for Trevin, I think it's just a bit of frustration. You know what I mean? I think when we talk to him, he realizes he's got to be a little bit more active if he wants to get these wins.
Yeah.
Because, maybe you are countering effectively, but is that other person you're fighting not only being the aggressor, but throwing and landing more shots as well?
Fair.
This is where Barcelos has really shown a lot of getting ahead of a lot of his opponents. Is up against the fence, in the dirty boxing, the knees and the elbows, and then switching to the takedowns.
Solid kick.
Jones finished up his training camp here in Vegas under the watchful eye of Robert Drysdale. But his training camp took him to Korea and Thailand, where he trained at Tiger Muay Thai and under the Hickman brothers at Bang Tao.
Yeah, and it was interesting. He talked about going to Korea for a vacation, but then having the fight booked, and he's like, well, I'm not going to just sit here knowing I got a fight coming up and not train, and met up with actually a few, at least one former opponent that he had fought over the years. Got to do some sparring.
Thrice Jones competed in Korea in his MMA career.
Whoa, big right hand from Barcelos.
Yeah, loaded up and landed as we cross the midpoint of round 1.
And the reason that right hand's landing is we're not seeing a lot of head movement out of Jones. He's just staying right in that center space. So the right hand lands for Barcelos, but also the head kick's a little bit more defended because the hands are up. So give and take here.
Barcelos can always go to the wrestling if need be.
Well done.
Big takedown.
Did not give up on that either. But look at Jones doing a great job trying to scramble back up to his feet. He can't let himself get settled here. See Barcelos on that neck, just threatening that.
Even the way that he got to this position, Barcelos, is because we saw Jones turn to his back. Barcelos went the correct direction to set this position up. and now he's on top with Jones flat on his back. This is where Barcelos has really shown how good he is in these positions. He's very fluent in his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu background from position to position until he gets the submission generally or big punches. And right now, he's in a half guard position, and he's very high up. Notice how high up towards the head he is on Jones. That really keeps Jones, so he's got to use his legs. Jones needs to use his legs right here. But right now you're seeing that it's all Barcelos controlling that bottom half.
Jones corner calling for him to open that guard and try to leverage a hip, maybe get up.
They opened the guard, but the problem with that is it gave Barcelos the full mount when he opened the guard up, because he just needed to shove Barcelos down towards his hips a little. Now what Jones needs to do is get to a hip. He's got to get his legs involved, get to a hip, and similar how we saw from Borshev early in the fight, he needs to push on the elbows, or excuse me, use his elbows to push on the knees of Barcelos to get to half guard and get to a hip. Notice how Jones is flat on his back here, holding the body. You can't escape here, but you take limited damage.
Good elbow.
See, now he's trying to turn to a hip, but he's just not doing it.
All right, all Barcelos in round one. Round two next.
You're waiting for him. Stop waiting for him. Go. I need you to go this round.
You need to move forward.
I need you to go.
Same thing as relax. More pressure. He's not there for you.
You felt his forward pressure. You felt his full mount. You felt everything. It's nothing for you there. You got to go. You got to work. He get you down. Get on the side. You got to get on your side right away. Don't play flat. Kuncha, huh? I'm going to be calling it Kuncha.
Drop his head and he throws his right hand. Throw your hands. Let it go.
Breathe. Breathe. Rub his back, Marcelo.
Listen, when you get him down, patience, all right? Wear him out, okay? If he gets tired, it's going to be hard for him to actually defend this, okay? Listen, but with the hand, listen, yeah, I know you're hitting him. Hit him in the body.
The UFC Fight Pass live event schedule is absolutely loaded with live action every weekend. Tune in to watch the best rising talent from around the globe and don't miss a moment of the action. Sign up now and step into our world, the world of UFC Fight Pass. All right, Trevin Jones is in the white. RAONI Barcelos, after a dominant first round, dons the yellow.
Yeah, in Trevin's corner, they just want him to get going, and it's what we talked about before this fight, when we talked to him during the interviews, is that he knows that he's got to be more active. It's a tough habit to break when you're such a counter striker. You see guys get caught into this, waiting for that perfect shot, right? I'm just going to wait for him to open up and really counter. Sometimes it's just not there, especially when you're facing somebody like Barcelos, who's so well-rounded, so dangerous everywhere.
But hard when you've spent 10, 15 years honing and developing a style to just pivot.
Nice right hook there from Barcelos.
But look here, I mean, that's 2, 3, 4 shots that we've seen Barcelos land. And the real identity of a counter striker is to wait for that strike of your opponent to land and then counter that strike when it lands. And we're seeing Barcelos get up 3, 4, 5 strikes to none. Ooh, nasty knee.
Man, people are eating some knees
They
tonight
really
that
are.
they just shouldn't.
Look at that way he peels you down to off the fence, trips you. I mean, Barcelos mixes it up so well on the fence here. This is what you really got to pay attention to, is how good he is here in these positions in the clinch, how he mixes up his grappling, his punches, and then when he gets the takedown, how he keeps you there.
And another nice right hand out of the break for RAONI Barcelos, putting it all together beautifully tonight. Trevin Jones unofficially has landed just 9 significant strikes through about 7 minutes.
Jones has power. He is fast. He has the skills. He just needs to let him go.
Yeah,
I mean,
Barcelos
how
just
beautiful,
going to work.
right?
It's kind of
Goes
what
to
I
the
mean.
legs, then the head, then the body.
It's 4 or 5 strikes, nothing has come back. So
Nothing.
once you eat that shot, you want to fire off it. Big,
Oh, he rocked him.
huge right hand hurts him.
He caught him. Barcelos looking to stay on him here.
Look for him to cut to full mount soon.
He was eyeing up the neck for a second, too. Jones holding on to that wrist, really trying to give himself some time to recover here. But
What Jones is doing well here to stay alive is that hand control. That hand control is key right now. He's got to use it to get up now. Now, notice how Jones is keeping himself locked down with his legs. Open up your legs. You got the man sitting up high. Try to get to a single something, but staying on your back here, it's going to be tough. Barcelos is very powerful here.
we saw in our ISO monitor here that that right hook as TREVIN Jones closed that distance, it wrapped around the back of his head. Again, Barcelos did not throw that intentionally on purpose, but that really takes away all your equilibrium. Now he's just going to take advantage of it.
Past the feet, straight to side mount here.
Yeah, look at that, Dom. He's just dominating every aspect of this fight so far.
That was nice. Get up. Jones.
Watch the neck. Nice transitions. Look at that.
Look how he takes the back, throws the hook in. He hooked the outside of the ankle, then threw the same side hook in. I mean, these are fundamentals of jiu-jitsu right here that you're seeing. All the right decisions by Barcelos.
Barcelos submitted Chris Gutierrez in his second UFC start. Hasn't been a huge submission threat necessarily in his MMA career, but did win a Jiu-Jitsu world champion at both the blue and purple belt levels prior to his UFC time. 1 minute now to go, round two.
Work, Trev. Let's go dig. Nothing good. He'll get there. He can't finish it. Get up.
These elbows starting to get through for Barcelos.
Yeah, he's having a lot of success in this half guard type situation where Jones is just not showing the urgency to get up. Now he's split open, gets full guard now. But Barcelos doesn't seem bothered by that guard at all, just postured up easily. He's not controlling that upward posture of Barcelos. In that case, he's going to keep eating shots. He's at least got wrist control now, but he's got to control the head, try to keep him close to the chest so he can't just keep landing these shots. You see him trying to attempt a triangle choke here. Ooh.
Oh,
Slicing
lot of
elbows.
strikes being doled out by Barcelos.
My goodness.
Go, Marcelo. Come on, bro. You're down 2 rounds, Trev. You need to finish right now. You need to finish.
Win the round, we're gonna help you.
You gotta let your hands go.
Okay?
You gotta let your hands go. You gotta let your hands go right now, Trev. When you go forward, he got nothing for you. You're stalling too much. You gotta go.
Let's go.
Wake up.
His face.
Wake up, Trev.
Get dirty with
Wake up, Trev. Right now. You gotta wake up right now. Dig deep. Do you want to fucking be here or what? Dig deep right now.
Get dirty.
Follow the fucking marbles right here. Get it together. Let's go. You're not attacking, bro.
Trev, step in. Put this hand in his face.
More combinations, okay? Breathe hard. Breathe that. Deep breath.
I need you to fucking work. You gotta work this round. You gotta take him out. You need to take him out this round.
UFC honors Hispanic Heritage Month by celebrating all those who represent U.S., Hispanic, and Latin American communities and other Spanish-speaking countries around the world. Visit UFC.com/HHM to explore our interactive platform. Paul, good job, I thought, by Drew Palomo, Marcelo Nunez, and Ty Jones in the corner of TREVIN Jones. I mean, they weren't mincing words. They're trying to wake him up.
There's not much else to be said, honestly. He's just not being offensive. He's got to throw, and you can't even give your athlete much advice if they can't get it going themselves. You know, that's what they're trying to implore him to do. Is listen, you've got to go, you've got to move forward, you've got to finish him now because now you're down 2 rounds.
Well, the onus now certainly on Jones.
Sorry, go ahead, John.
I was just going to say for Barcelos, right? We can run some clock, bide time a little bit.
Yeah, he's got all the time now.
that is not his style necessarily.
No, I think he's going to go and try to land these big shots and go for another takedown. He's been mixing in his strikes and takedown attempts and grappling all just so well. He's really putting everything on display tonight, Barcelos.
Go, Trevin. Put it on. Go. Let's go. Let's go. Don't worry about fighting the money punch. Let it go.
Well, you heard the Jones corner say, don't wait for the money shot, you gotta go. Easier said than done. He goes, gets landed on by Barcelos.
Oh my gosh, nice knee followed up there, Barcelos.
Nasty combo for Barcelos here.
Jones shoots, unable to take down the former 5-time Brazilian national wrestling champion.
He's still hurt. Man, Barcelos just all over him tonight.
Yeah, certainly not sitting on the lead. Under 3 minutes to decide this one.
Gotta go. Need to go, Trav. Let's go. Work. Let's go.
Jones has such high expectations for himself, and it does seem at times that maybe he puts some undue pressure on himself because he believes certainly that he is one of the elite bantamweights when he's on.
And I think we all agree that he is when he's on and when he's being aggressive and he's landing those shots. But right now, he's just letting Barcelos dictate every moment of this fight. I mean, look at the strikes. They're not even close.
Well, in order to let your offense go, you've got to take a lot of chances. And the biggest thing you can see from Jones is it's a little risky to take chances on Barcelos. Ooh, he gets hit every time he steps in. That was a nasty knee. That one hurt.
Turn to please. All right. Straight away when you're ready. You just got him with the knee backing out. Yes.
Oh,
All right.
Mamma mia.
Good. All right. Okay.
Jones seemed to intimate that he is good.
Take your 5 minutes.
Nice. Jeez.
Straight to mount.
Straight to mount.
And this is what I mean. This really isn't a detriment to Jones. It's really how good Barcelos is off these takedowns. He's done this to many people in the division. Once he takes you down, the way that he transitions to his jiu-jitsu is one of the best in the division. He's very slick here.
It's good that you brought that up because sometimes the narrative becomes sort of what isn't the losing fighter doing when we should probably be acknowledging just how dominant Barcelos has been.
Just mixing throwing kicks, knees to the body, elbows, and then just these takedowns have been so well timed, whether they be on the fence or out in the open. He showed it all tonight.
Yeah, it's one thing if you see Barcelos do this to just Trevin Jones, but he's done this to 4 or 5 people in the division. This style fight. On the feet, if you keep it on the feet, you can make it somewhat of a back and forth battle. But if Barcelos takes you down, he can generally keep and control, gentlemen, down in this position. And we're seeing it right here in Jones, that he's very, very good at position over submission.
Yeah.
And he is in perfect position right now, and he has been so in all the grappling transitions against Jones. Very good decision making.
Elbows. Barcelos trying to get Jones out of there late.
There's been no lack of trying for Barcelos to finish this fight. Whenever he's been given an opportunity, he has been trying. He's still trying. He may still get a finish if he lands another one of these elbows.
Well, Barcelos has every skill you would want in a future champion, and he mixed all the martial arts well tonight, putting the finishing touches on what has been a total domination of the credentialed Trevin 5-star Jones. RAONI Barcelos back in a big way tonight. We'll get the scorecards coming up. All right, with the official decision now, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 30-25, 30-27, and 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, RAONI